they're all dressed in. Good morning, everyone. That's Naima Lowe, the one who is getting big dough. Right here, she's got this nice little $240,000 settlement. Yes, she does. As Matt Manueller is suffering at the moment, and I was trying to think of Pollyanna, and remember that movie Pollyanna? Has anyone seen it? Where you're supposed to try to think of something positive. Here's the little bandits that really made out, huh? Those two little bandits right there. They made out big time. And, you know, there are other professors that don't get talked as much about. They may have been a little before the news. But here's one. I thought maybe we'd do a retrospective, a look back, a walk down memory lane. Okay, so this is Simona Sharoni. And her claim to fame was making Rachel Corrie feel so bad about being a white person that Rachel went to Palestine and got run over and killed. Okay. And believe it or not, I know it's bizarre. I knew Rachel. I'm way older than her. But she worked with a roommate of mine named Tom Nogler. And they had a nice little job together. And I ended up being in her little dove procession of the species. And really, I really got to like Rachel a lot. She and Tom worked at Behavioral Health Resources together. Just to see these pictures, it's sickening. I've wanted to do this for a while, and I start crying, I start vomiting. You know, Rachel would come over a lot, and she told me one day she just started crying, and she said that she had really severe colon problems. And I said, oh my God, so do I. That's so weird. And, you know, like I said, I'm older than her, and I'd been around the block with colon things, and I had all kinds of really good, amazing books on the colon. And I gave her my favorite one and didn't see her then for 3 months. And she'd been coming over all the time. And I had this fabulous garden with kale in it, and she would come over and I'd give her kale and teas, and she would pet my kitty. And we just had this nice thing going. And then Rachel disappeared. And I thought, wow, you know, does she hate us? Is she dissing us? You know, why are we not hearing from Rachel? And, you know, here she is. This was kind of a famous picture where the world sort of hated her because they saw her ripping up this American flag in Palestine. And I'm looking at it going, she's just was like the nice girl who was working with my friend. But this is what happens when people get indoctrinated and told how bad they are over and over and over again by people like Simona Sharoni. And the last time that I saw Rachel Corrie alive, it was totally by accident. I walked into a little coffee house. I don't even drink coffee. I was there with my friend. I think we were getting coffee grounds, I think, to use for our garden. We were going to go in there. And there she was sitting, and I did not even recognize Rachel at first. She had this sour, weird look on her face, the kind of look on her face that people talk about when they have a friend or somebody they knew who has joined a cult. You know, she went from just looking all sweet like this, and then just looking like weird, So, here I'm seeing her in the coffee house, and she suddenly stiffened up, and she looked really guilty. And she said, oh no, you probably really hate me for not coming over. And I said, no, but I miss you. I miss you. Where have you been? And she looked all flat and serious and weird. And she said, I'm going to Palestine. And it was like, it shocked me. It was just the weirdest thing to hear coming out of this deer. You know, like, when I just, you know, I'm looking at these pictures, she died. Right? And these are other friends of mine who went. She was run over twice by a bulldozer. Okay, she was crushed to death because Simona Sharoni made her feel bad for being a white person. And she was bullied. And Simona should be up on murder charges. This woman who hates white people but dyes her hair blonde. Why isn't she up on murder charges? And there were some little sidekicks with her that didn't teach at the college, but who have these weird little non-profs in town. And they hang at the coffee houses. I saw one a couple months ago. This really gross guy. He's old and really big. And he was, you know, drooling all over some poor little sweet, cute, purple-haired girl. And I thought, oh, God, is that girl going to be next? Are they going to send her to the third world? If Simona was so upset about Palestine, why wasn't Simona the one in front of that thing? She was here, wasn't she? She was drinking a latte. Simona was drinking a latte while my friend, Rachel, died. So, I don't know. Maybe I should consider myself lucky, huh? That I even got out of that place alive. You know, it's you go into Evergreen and they're all proud of it. It's the big deal, the Rachel Corrie Memorial. So if you want to go to Evergreen and, become famous, go get run over by something there. You know, because that's the only thing you can do, while the teacher that guilt-tripped you into it is, dyeing their hair blonde, smiling in pictures, getting paid big bucks. You know, this has got to stop. This insanity has got to stop. And I called another politician's office today, since they are throwing Matt Manuel under the bus. I called Christensen, the one who called for him to be stepped down, and the woman there said, I didn't know about any of this. So I sent them links, and I'm on Evergreen's rear. So I'll let you all know what happens with that. But don't forget these people. You know, think twice before you send your child to college if you feel that if you've got a cute white child or something like that, think twice before sending them to college. She left Evergreen, this witch, but she went to New York. Don't let them brainwash your poor children to the point where the children are dying. And how come the college didn't get sued and shut down over that one? The worse things they do, the more praise they get. Right? So, here we go. There's your great filmmaker. She now has $250,000. And then this guy, I guess he had some sort of point, but still $500,000. No, we didn't do anything wrong. If he was going to get money, it should have been out of these people's pocket. It should not have come from the state. These are grifters, and they're America's most wanted as far as I'm concerned. Bless you all. You're all the best. Thank you. Take good care.